All right. Looking out this window is so nice here in the sunlight. Okay. Vandeyam Shiguro Shiyata Badakamalam Shigurun Vaishnavam Sya Shirupam Sagrajatam Saganaraganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shirada Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shivishikam Vidam Sya Om Agyana Timaranda Shagyana Jana Shalakya Chakshurun Milidam Yena Tasma Shri Gurave Namah Gorva Bistam Supurkam Gorganarasisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipunam Shirupa Patanugam Govinda Bidam Ujwalam Varatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Bande Vishwa Gurunsha Divyad Bhagavad Prem Noe Bija Pradam Devam Divyatanum Suchanda Varanam Balarka Chelan Shitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyam Buddhim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Mandetam Shubhadam Madhika Sharanam Nyashishvara Sridharam Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaurata Vishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Prabhupada. This is Antya-lila, chapter 16. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tastes nectar from the lips of Sri Krishna. Bande Sri Krishna Chaitanyam Krishna Bhavamritam Iya Ashvadya Svadayan Bhaktan Premadiksham Asikshayat. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who personally tasted the nectar of ecstatic love for Krishna and then instructed his devotees how to taste it. Thus he enlightened them about ecstatic love of Krishna to initiate them into transcendental knowledge. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who personally tasted the nectar of ecstatic love for Krishna and then instructed his devotees how to taste it. Thus he enlightened them about ecstatic love of Krishna to initiate them into transcendental knowledge. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Sri Nityananda Prabhu, all glories to Sri Advaita Acharya, and all glories to all the devotees of the Lord. Emata Mahaprabhu Rohena Nilachale Bhaktagan Sangi Sada Prema Bhivale. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thus stayed at Jagannath Puri in the association of his devotees, always merged in ecstatic devotional love. Varshantare Aila Sab Godara Bhaktigan Purva Varashi Koila Prabhura Milan. The next year, as usual, all the devotees from Bengal went to Jagannath Puri. And as in previous years, there was a meeting between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the devotees. Tassabar Sangyaila Kalidasanam Krishnanam Binateho Nahi Kohean. Along with the devotees from Bengal came a gentleman named Kalidas. He never uttered anything but the holy name of Krishna. So of course, today, we wouldn't be giving a name like Kalidas to a person, but with Mahaprabhu's devotees, they're not like formally changing their names, and most of them are not get formally initiation. They're just, their initiation really is that they're very much attached to Mahaprabhu and his lotus feet. Then they have all kinds of different names, and that's just the nowadays, you know, from different families, and the name Kalidas wouldn't be unusual in Bengal. So along with the devotees from Bengal came a gentleman named Kalidas. He never uttered anything but the holy name of Krishna. Mahabhagavata Teho Sharala Udar Krishna Nama Sanketi Shalai Vyabhahar. Kalidas was a very advanced devotee, yet he was simple and liberal. He would chant the holy name of Krishna while performing all his ordinary dealings. Kotukete teho jari pashaka kelai, Hare Krishna, Krishna kori pashaka chalai. When he used to throw dice in jest, he would chant Hare Krishna while throwing the dice. In this connection, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur warns the men of this age not to imitate the jesting of a Mahabhagavat like Kalidas. If someone imitates him by playing with dice or gambling while chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, he will certainly become a victim of offenses unto the holy name. As it is said, Harinam Bole Pape Pravriti. One must not commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Playing with dice is certainly gambling, but it is clearly said here that Kalidas did this only in jest. A Mahabhagavata can do anything, but he never forgets the basic principles. Therefore it is said, Tarabhakya Kriya Mudra Vigyehana Bujai. No one can understand the activities of a pure devotee. We should not imitate Kalidas. Raghunatha Dasher Teho Hoi Gyati Kuda Vaishnavaro Chishta Kaite Teho Koila Bura. Kalidas was an uncle of Raghunath Das Goswami. Throughout his entire life, even in his old age, he tried to eat the remnants of food left by Vaishnavas. He always was interested in eating with the remnants of the devotees. Godadeshe hoy jata Vaishnavaragan sabaru chishta teho korila bojan. Kalidas ate the remnants of food of as many Vaishnavas as there were in Bengal. Brahmana Vaishnava Jat Shota Borahoy Uttama Vastu Beta Lanya Taratai Jai. He would go to the Vaishnavas born in Brahmin families, be they neophyte or advanced devotees, and present them with gifts of first-class eatables. Taratai Seshapatra Loyana Magya Kahana Paitabe Rohelu Kanya. He would beg remnants of food from such Vaishnavas, and if he did not receive any, he would hide. Bhojana korile patra felanya jai lukanya se patrani chatikai. After the Vaishnavas finished eating, they would throw away their leaf plates, and Kalidas would come out of hiding, take the leaves, and lick up the remnants. Shudra Vaishnavara Gare Jai Betalanya E Mata Tara Uchishta Kayelu Kanya. He would also take gifts to the homes of Vaishnavas born in Shudra families. Then he would hide and in this manner eat the remnants of food they threw away. So he's very attached to taking the remnants of all the Vaishnavas. It didn't matter if they're Brahmins or Shudras, but they didn't offer them their remnants to him, he would hide. And when they threw away the plates that was left, he would lick the plates. Buni Mali Jati Vaishnava Jadu Taranam Amrafala Lanyateho Gela Tarastan. There was a great Vaishnava named Jadu Thakur who belonged to the Buni Mali caste. Kalidas went to his home taking mangoes with him. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur remarks, both Kalidas and Jadu Thakur are worshipped at a place called Sripad Bhati in the village known as Bedo or Baduya. This village is situated about 3 miles south of the village of Krishnapur, the birthplace of Raghunath Das Goswami, which is about 1 mile west of the Bandal junction of the Burdwan line. A post office there is named Devanandapur. Jadu Thakur used to worship the deity of Sri Madan Gopal. The deity is still worshipped by one Ramaprasad Das, who belongs to the Ramayet community. It is said that the deity worshipped by Kalidas had been worshipped until now in the village of Shankya on the bank of the Saraswati river. But the deity has been taken away by a gentleman named Mati Lal Chattopadhyaya from the village of Triveni. The deity is now being worshipped at his place. Amra Beta Diyatara Charana Bandila Tara Patnire Tabe Namaskara Koila. Kalidas presented the mangoes to Jadu Thakur and offered him respectful obeisances. Then he also offered respectful obeisances to the Thakur's wife. Patni Sahita Teho Achena Vashya Bahu Samana Koila Kalidas Sari Dekiya. When Kalidas went to Jadu Thakur, he saw that saintly person sitting with his wife. As soon as Jadu Thakur saw Kalidas, he likewise offered his respectful obeisances unto him. Ishtagoshtika Takan Kore Tarasane Jadu Thakur Kahe Tare Madhura Bachane. After a discussion with Kalidas that lasted for some time, Jadu Thakur spoke the following sweet words. Aminicha jati tumi atiti sarvotam kon prakare korimu ami tomara sevan. I belong to a low caste and you are a very respectable guest. How shall I serve you? That's what Jadu Thakur said to Kalidas, because Kalidas is from a Brahmin family. So, and Jadu Thakur, he's not from a high family, and he says, I belong to a low caste, and you are a very respectable guest. How shall I serve you? Agyadeho brahmanagare analanya diye tahantumi prasad pao tabayami jiye. If you will permit me, I shall send some food to a Brahman's house, and there you may take prasadam. If you do so, I shall then be very comfortable. Then, if you do so, I shall then live very comfortably. So he says, he's saying in effect that Jadu Thakur is saying, I'm not a Brahmin, you're a Brahmin, so I can send some food to a Brahmin's house and he can cook something for you, because he's thinking that he's not, to a Brahmin, he can't cook, he's not supposed to cook for a Brahmin. So he says, I'll send some boga to some Brahman's house and he can make food for you. And then Kalidas Kohe Thakur Kripa Koramore Tomaradashane Ainu Mui Patita Pamare. Kalidas replied, My dear sir, please bestow your mercy upon me. I have come to see you, although I am very fallen and sinful. Pavitra hoinu mui painu darshan kritarta hoinu mora safala jivan. Simply by seeing you, I have become purified. I am very much obligated to you, for my life is now successful. Ekbancha hoy jadi kripa kori kora para raja deho pada mora matedara. My dear sir, I have one desire. Please be merciful to me by kindly placing your feet upon my head, so that the dust on your feet may touch it. So Kalidas is saying to Jadu Thakur, Thakur kohe aiche bat kohite na jujai aminicha jate tumi shusa janarai. Jadu Thakur replied, It does not befit you to ask this of me. I belong to a very low caste family, whereas you are a respectable rich gentleman. Tabi Kalidas shloka pade shunaila shuni Jadu Thakur bora sukha hoila. Kalidas then recited some verses which Jadu Thakur was very happy to hear. Name bhaktas chaturvedi mad bhaktas svapacha priya tasmai deyam tato grayam sachai puja yatayaham. Even though one is a very learned scholar in Sanskrit literature, if he is not engaged in pure devotional service, he is not accepted as my devotee. But if someone born in a family of dog-eaters is a pure devotee with no motives for enjoyment through fruitive activity or mental speculation, he is very dear to me. All respect should be given to him, and whatever he offers should be accepted, for such devotees are indeed as worshipable as I am. So, this is found in Hari Bhakti Vilas. That Krishna is saying, even though one is a very learned scholar in Sanskrit literature, if he is not engaged in pure devotional service, he is not accepted as my devotee, even if he's a great scholar. But if someone born in a family of dog-eaters is a pure devotee with no motives for enjoyment through fruitive activity or mental speculation, he is very dear to me. All respect should be given to him, and whatever he offers should be accepted, for such devotees are indeed as worshipable as I am. So Kalidas is reciting these verses because Jadu Thakur said that he's born in a low family, and it's not befitting for Kalidas to ask Jadu Thakur to place his lotus feet on his head. So he says, then Kalidas answers by quoting this verse and saying, even if a person is born in a low family, if he's a devotee, he is worshipable, whereas a Brahmin or a scholar is not so worshipable if he's not a devotee. So Jadu Thakur's, he's happy to hear Kalidas say that, but then he has his own reply, which I'll get to. First, another verse from Kalidas. Viprad dvishad guna yuta dharavindanabha padaravinda vimuka swapachan varishtam manye tadarpita mano vachane hitarta pranam bunati sakulam natu burimana. A person may be born in a Brahmin family and have all 12 Brahminical qualities. But if in spite of being qualified, he is not devoted to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, who has a navel shaped like a lotus, he is not as good as a Chandala who has dedicated his mind, words, activities, wealth, and life to the service of the Lord. Simply to take birth in a Brahmin family or to have Brahminical qualities is not sufficient. One must become a pure devotee of the Lord. If a Svapacha or Chandala is a devotee, he delivers not only himself but his whole family, whereas a Brahmin who is not a devotee but simply has Brahminical qualifications cannot even purify himself, what to speak of his family. So this is Kalidas reciting these verses, telling the family your birth is not the important thing. The important thing is that one be a devotee of the Lord. Aho bata svapacho togariyan yanjiva grivartate namatubhyam tepus tapas te jahubu shashnurarya brahmanuchur nama grinandiyete. My dear Lord, anyone who keeps your holy name on his tongue is greater than an initiated Brahmin. Although he may be born in a family of dog-eaters and therefore by material calculations be the lowest of men, he is glorious nevertheless. That is the wonderful power of chanting the holy name of the Lord. One who chants the holy name is understood to have performed all kinds of austerities. He has studied all the Vedas, and he has performed all the great sacrifices mentioned in the Vedas, and he has already taken his bath in all the holy places of pilgrimage. It is he who is factually the Aryan. Kalidas recites these verses saying that birth is not important. Important is that one be a devotee of the Lord. Shuni Thakur kohe shastre satya koi Se Shrestha Aiche Jatne Krishna Bhakti Hoy. Hearing these quotations from the revealed scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam, Jadu Thakur replied, yes, this is true, for it is the version of Shastra. It is true, however, for one who is genuinely advanced in devotion to Krishna. So Jadu Thakur says, yes, this is true, that the position, if one is born in a low family but is a devotee, then he is better than a Brahmin and he is better than a scholar. But he says, but that doesn't apply to me because he says, saying, I'm not such a devotee. He says, Ami Nitya Jati Amar Nahi Krishna Bhakti Anya Aiche Hoy Amai Nahi Aiche Shakti. Such a position may befit others, but I do not possess such spiritual power. I belong to a lower class and have not even a pinch of devotion for Krishna. So Jadu Thakur, he's saying, yes, what you said, this is the Shastra, it's true, that a devotee is better than a Brahmin, better than a scholar. If one even is born in a low family, like a family of dog eaters, I mean real dog eaters, then he's saying, if he's a devotee, he's better than a so-called pure Brahmin. And he says, so Jadu Thakur says, yes, this is all true, and I accept that, but I'm not such a devotee. I don't have those kind of qualifications. Dari Namaskari Kalidasa Vidai Magila Jadu Thakur Tabetara Anuvrajaila. Kalidas again offered his obeisances to Jadu Thakur and asked his permission to go. Saint Jadu Thakur followed him as he left. Tari Vidai Diya Thakur Jadigariaila Taracharan China Jay Thai Padila. After bidding farewell to Kalidas, Jadu Thakur returned to his home, leaving the marks of his feet plainly visible in many places. So his footprints are there in the dust. Jadu Thakur's. Se Duli Lanya Kalidas Sharange Lepila Taranikate Stane Lukanya Rahila. Kalidas smeared the dust from those footprints all over his body. Then he hid in a place near Jadu Thakur's home. So Jadu Thakur says goodbye to Kalidas and then goes back in his house with his wife, but he leaves his footprints there in the dust, and Kalidas immediately runs and gets the dust from those footprints and smears it all over his body. Then he hid in a place near Jadu Thakur's home. Jadu Thakur Garaj Jai Deki Amar, pardon me, Jadu Thakur Garjai Deki Amrafo Manase Krishna Chandra Arpila Sakao. Upon returning home, Jadu Thakur saw the mangoes Kalidas had presented. Within his mind, he offered them to Krishna Chandra. Kalar Patuya Kolahoite Amra Nikashia Tara Patni Taredena Kayena Shushia. So, Shushia, sucking. Jadu Thakur's wife then took the mangoes from their covering of banana tree leaves and bark and offered them to Jadu Thakur, who began to suck and eat them. So there's also one way of eating mangoes that they don't have to cut them. They just cut the very tip of it and they begin to suck out all the pulp from the mango. Jadu Thakur's wife then took the mangoes from their covering of banana tree leaves and bark and offered them to Jadu Thakur, who began to suck and eat them. Chushi chushi chosha anti velila patuyate tarekao kaoljana tarapatni kai paschate. So this is gives you a good description of how they're eating the mangoes. Chushi, chushi, chosha, anti. Sucking and sucking, they sucked the seeds. They sucked all the mango off the seeds. When he finished eating, he left the seeds on the banana leaf, and his wife, after feeding her husband, later began to eat. Anti chosha se patuya kolate bariya bahire uchishtagarte filaila lanya. After she finished eating, she filled the banana leaves and bark with the seeds, picked up the refuse, and then threw it in the ditch where all the refuse was thrown. The pit where they'd thrown all the seeds and everything. Se kola anti chokala chushikalidas chushite hoy premete ulas. Kalidas licked the banana bark and the mango seeds and skins, and while licking them, he was overwhelmed with jubilation and ecstatic love. So Kalidas is there, and as soon as Jadu Thakur's wife throws away the seeds and the banana leaves that the mangoes came in, Kalidas grabs everything and he begins licking the banana tree, the banana leaves, the plates, and he begins also sucking on the seeds. And Kalidas is overwhelmed with ecstasy. Emata jata Vaishnava Baishe Goda Deshe Kalidas Aiche Savar Nila Avasheshe. Emata jata Vaishnava Baishe Goda Deshe Kalidas Aiche Savar Nila Abhaseshe. In this way, Kalidas ate the remnants of food left by all the Vaishnavas residing in Bengal. Say Kalidas Jabe Nilachali Aila Mahaprabhu Tara Upar Mahakripa Koila. When Kalidas visited Jagannath Puri, Nilachala, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bestowed great mercy upon him. Pratidin Prabhu Jadi Janadarshane Jalakaranga Lanya Govinda Jai Prabhu Sase. Pratidin Prabhu Jadi Janadarshane Jalakaranga Lanya Govinda Jai Prabhu Sane. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would regularly visit the temple of Jagannath every day, and at that time, Govinda, his personal servant, used to carry his water pot and go with him. So, Simadware Rutardike Kapatera Ade Vaishabaha Cha Tale Ache Ek Nimna Gade. On the northern side of the Simadwar, behind the door, there are 22 steps leading to the temple. And at the bottom of these steps is a ditch. So near where the steps going into the temple are, there's a place, a ditch, where people can wash their feet, etc. You know? Say Gade Koran Prabhu Bhara Prakalane Tabe Kori Bare Jai Ishwara Darshane. Mahaprabhu would wash his feet in this ditch, and then he would enter the temple to see Lord Jagannath. So he used to have a way for people who were going into the temple to wash their feet first. So, because also in those days the sannyasis, they're not wearing shoes. Sadhus are going barefoot. They're walking everywhere barefoot. But not every place is so clean where you walk. You know, you're walking on the public road and so many things. People may spit on that road or anything. So before going into the temple, there's in most of the arrangements, there would be a place where you could pour water on your feet there, and the water would go into a ditch so that you wouldn't walk into the temple with dirty feet. It's the same reason why today people many houses, the owner of the house, even though they're not even devotees, they ask people to take off their shoes in the doorway, because they don't want people walking with the shoes that they walk on the street with, walking in their house. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would wash his feet in this ditch, and then he would enter the temple to see Lord Jagannath. Segare Gonana Prabhu Para Prakalane Tabe Kori Bare Jai Ishwara Darshane Govindare Mahaprabhu Koriya Chiniyam Mora Para Jala Jaina Naloi Kunjan. Mahaprabhu ordered his personal servant Govinda that no one should take the water that had washed his feet. Prani Matra Loitena Pai Sejao Antaranga Bhakta Laya Kori Kamachao. Because of the Lord's strict order, no living being could take the water. Some of his intimate devotees, however, would take it by some trick. Ek din Prabhu Tara Para Prakalite Kalidas Ashetahan Pashilena Hate. One day as Mahaprabhu was washing his feet in that place, Kalidas came and extended his palms to take the water. So this is where Mahaprabhu washes his feet. The water goes into a ditch, and Govinda has an order that no one can touch that water. No one can take that water. But Kalidas went to where Mahaprabhu is washing his feet, and he extended his hand to catch the water from Mahaprabhu's feet. Ek Anjali, Dui Anjali, Teen Anjali, Pila, Tabe, Mahaprabhu Tari Nisheda Korila. Kalidas drank one palmful, and then a second and a third. Then Mahaprabhu forbade him to drink more. Well, Kalidas is just taking more and more of the foot water from Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu ordered that no one can take that, but Kalidas took three handfuls, and he was going to take more. And Mahaprabhu said, no more. Mahaprabhu wouldn't even let anybody take that water, but he let Kalidas take 3 handfuls of that water. Antapar Arana Korea Punarbar Etavata Mansha Puran Korilun Tomar. Do not act in this way anymore. I have fulfilled your desire as far as possible. I remember once I was with, of course this was wrong, but once I was with Srila Prabhupada, and before we were going into a temple, I begged him to forgive any offenses I committed, and he told me, oh, you've never committed any offenses to me. Then when we went into the temple, we're offering dandavats in front of the deities, and Prabhupada's feet were really very near me. So while he was offering his dandavats, I reached over and took some of his foot dust. And then he said, don't ever do that again, because it was in front of the deities. But this is not happening in front of the deities. This is in a ditch outside the temple where Mahaprabhu is washing his feet. Do not act in this way anymore. I have fulfilled your desire as far as possible. Let him take 3 palmfuls, but he said, don't do this anymore. That's enough. Sarvagya Shri Romani Chaitanya Ishwar Vaishnavi Tahara Vishwas Janena Antar. Mahaprabhu is the most exalted, omniscient, supreme Lord, and therefore he knew that Kalidas, in the core of his heart, had full faith in Vaishnavas. Se guna lanya Prabhu tare tushtahoila anjera durlava prasad tahare korila Because of this quality, Mahaprabhu satisfied him with mercy not attainable by anyone else. Vaisha pahacha pache uparadakina dike ek nistringamurti achan utite bhamabhage. On the southern side, behind and above the 22 steps, is the deity of Lord Nrsingadev. It is on the left as one goes up the steps toward the temple. Pratidin Tari Prabhu Koran Namaskar Namaskorye Shloka Pade Bar Bar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his left side toward the deity, offered obeisances to Lord Nrsinga, and as he proceeded toward the temple, he recited the following verses again and again while offering obeisances. There are many. So there's a Nrsinga temple, a Nrsinga deity going up towards Jagannath Puri. Now there are many, especially in Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh is a state that probably has the most Nrsinga temples all over. Hovala and many temples of Nrsingadev. Namaste Narasimhaya Pralada Lada Daine Hiranyakashipur Vaksha Shilatanka Nakalaye Ito Nrsinga Parato Nrsinga Yato Yami Tato Nrsinga Bahir Nrsingo Ridaye Nrsingo Nrsinga Madim Sharanam Prabhaje. So the first verse is Namaste Narasimhaya Pralada Lada Daine Hiranyakashipur Bhaksha Shila Tanga Nakalaye. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, Lord Nrsingadev. You are the giver of pleasure to Prahlad Maharaj, and your nails cut the chest of Hiranyakashipu like a chisel cutting stone. And then Ito Nrsinga Parato Nrsingo Yato Yami Tato Nrsinga Bahir Nrsingo Ridaye Nrsingo Nrsinga Madim Sharanam Prabhaje. Lord Nrsinga is here. He is also there on the opposite side. Wherever I go, there I see Lord Nrsingadev. He is outside and within my heart. Therefore I take shelter of Lord Nrsingadev, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. Tabe Prabhu Korila Jagannath Darshan Garyashe Madhyana Korila Bojan. Having offered obeisances to Lord Nrsingadev, Mahaprabhu visited the temple of Lord Jagannath. Then he returned to his residence, finished his noon duties, and took his lunch. Bahir Dwariyache Kalidas Pratyasha Koriya Govindare Tare Prabhu Kohena Janiya. Kalidas was standing outside the temple expecting the remnants of food from Mahaprabhu. Knowing this, Mahaprabhu gave an indication to Govinda. Mahaprabhu Ingita Govinda Sabjane Kalidaser Dila Prabhur Senapatra Dane. Govinda understood all the indications of Mahaprabhu, therefore he immediately delivered the remnants of Mahaprabhu's food to Kalidas. Vaishnavara Seva Bhakkanera Etika Mahima Kalidase Prabhur Kalidase Vaishnava Seha Bhaktanera Eteka Mahima Vaishnavera Sesha Bhaktanera Eteka Mahima Kalidase Paujaila Prabhur Kripasima. Taking the remnants of the food of Vaishnavas is so valuable that it induced Mahaprabhu to offer Kalidas his supreme mercy. Tate Vaishnavera Juta Kao Chadi Grinalaj Jahoite Paiba Nitya Banshita Sabkaj. Therefore, giving up hatred and hesitation, try to eat the remnants of the food of Vaishnavas, for you will thus be able to achieve your desired goal of life. And here, the remnants are called Vaishnaver Juta. Now, in Bengali, the word Juta means shoes, and it also means any food that's been touched by someone else. So, if you're serving prasadam and you touch somebody's plate with a spoon, or you touch somebody's plate while serving, then they say, now everything is juta, you've ruined everything. So juta is considered that it's spoiled. You've gotten you've touched the plate of somebody, you've gotten some saliva from them or something, and then they say, now nobody can take the prasad because you've touched somebody's plate, now you've touched the prasad. They get very angry. And that's called juta. They'll say it's juta. But here it uses the word Vaishnaver Juta. Therefore, giving up hatred and hesitation, try to eat the remnants of the food of Vaishnavas, Vaishnaver Juta. The remnants of the food of Vaishnavas for you will thus be able to achieve your desired goal of life. So that's a different kind of Juta. Krishna, so it's, and that's why they have the word Juta. Normally also means shoes, because shoes are considered very low, very dirty, Juta. They say, they've referred to somebody's shoes as juta, very dirty. Krishna ruchishta hoy mahaprasad nam bhakta sesha hoyle maha prakak prasadakyan. The remnants of food offered to Lord Krishna are called mahaprasadam. After the same Mahaprasadam has been taken by a devotee, the remnants are elevated to Mahaprasadam. Bhakta Paraduli ar Bhakta Parajao, Bhakta Avasesha, Teen Mahabal. The dust of the feet of a devotee, the water that has washed the feet of a devotee, and the remnants of food left by a devotee are three very powerful substances. 18 Seva hoite Krishna prema Hawaii Puna Puna Sarva Shastre Prakariya Koi. By rendering service to these three, one attains the supreme goal of ecstatic love for Krishna. In all the revealed scriptures, this is loudly declared again and again. Tate bar bar kohe shuna bhaktagan Vishwas Koriya Kora 18 Sevan. Therefore, my dear devotees, please hear from me, for I insist again and again. Please keep faith in these three and render service to them without hesitation. The dust from the feet of a devotee, the water that has washed the feet of a devotee, and the remnants of food left by a devotee. Teen hoite Krishnanam premara ulas, Krishnana prasad tate sake kalidas. From these three, one achieves the highest goal of life, ecstatic love for Krishna. This is the greatest mercy of Lord Krishna. The evidence is Kalidas himself. Nilachale Mahaprabhu Rohe Mate Kalidase Mahakripa Koila Alakshite. In this way, Mahaprabhu remained at Jagannath Puri Nilachala, and he invisibly bestowed great mercy upon Kalidas. So I'll stop here. Story of Kalidas this chapter is going to show how Mahaprabhu is relishing nectar from the lips of Krishna. But in the beginning, we have the story of Kalidas to show someone who has so much faith in prasadam, so much prasadam, whether it be the dust of the feet of devotees, the water that's washed the feet of devotees, or the remnants left by devotees. And this was Mahaprabhu's teaching, and this is the example being given here as Kalidas. And Kalidas, born in a Brahmin family, but doesn't matter. He would go take the remnants of all the Vaishnavas of Bengal. So tomorrow we'll continue. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama Jaravaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Gopal.
Gopal Govinda Raham Madhusudan
Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan.
Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan.
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra.
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra.
Janardan Shiva Sadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Gora Gora Shiva Sadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Raguna.
Jaya Rupa Sanatanam Bhakta Raguna.
Sri Jiva Gopala Bhajana Saraguna.
Sri Jiva Gopala Bhakta Raguna.
Hey Jai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan.
Jai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan.
Jai Devi Nana Shavishta Puran.
Yavanti Vinanaha Savishta Puran.
Hey Jai Gosai Jar Mui Taradan.
Jai Gosai Jahar Muni Tarada.
Kasavar Badarenu Mora Panchagan.
Asabara Tararenu Mora Panchagra.
Karena Jarana Sevi Bhakta Saniman.
Karana Charana Sevi Bhakta Saniman.
Janame More Abilan.
Gauri Janami Mohariya Bilai.
Hey Jai Gosai Jabe Bhanje Koilabas.
Jai Gosai Jadi Braja Koilabas.
Radha Krishna Nitya-lila Gaurila Prakash.
Shri Radha Krishna Nectar Korila Prakash.
Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan.
Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan.
Shri Govinda Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pare Manjai Aman.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pare
Manjai Aman. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas.
Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamula.
Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamula.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Jiv Ki Jai. Mansa Paramajaka Tara Sadarshi Shimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Paramansa Paramajaka Charya Ashtatara Sadarshi Shimad Srila Bhakti Rakakshidar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Sunanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhattadash Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Premsigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai Sri Chaitanya Bhagwat Ki Jai Nartam Srinivas Shyamananda Prabhu Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Vishwavaranya Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Acharya Brinda Ki Jai Ganga Devi Ki Jai Saparshada Sri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai Saparshada Sri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai Sri Koladvip Ki Jai Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai Soquel Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram Ki Jai Ganga Devi Ki Jai Tulasi Manrani Ki Jai Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Sri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan Sham Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Ju Ki Jai Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai all the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Not yet. Tomorrow is worship of Govardhan Hill, so our program tomorrow, Thursday, will be Govardhan Puja worship in the evening at 6 o'clock. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Sripad Bhakti Chandan Parvat Maharaj Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo.
Diwali Ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Pavan Janardan Maharaj Ki Jai.
Sri